Up until the moment that he stepped out into the Rose Garden, there was still breathless speculation that Joe Biden might run for president. Though looking back, it's pretty obvious he didn't have it in him. He was kind of broadcasting that in every interview. He was still grieving for his son. He was waiting and waiting and waiting. And boy, what a roller coaster ride this was in terms of the media coverage. The conventional wisdom was wrong and then right and then wrong again. It's embarrassing, let's face it, because the press wanted Joe to run. We practically were trying to will him into the race so there'd be more fun to cover the Democratic debates. Now it's, basically Hillary Clinton coronation time. And so as you recall, this all started back in the beginning of August with that Maureen Dowd column in the New York Times, obviously leaked by the vice president himself, saying that Beau Biden on his deathbed had urged his dad to run for president. And then more and more you saw, the pundits and the commentators and the journalists. First, there were all those stories, okay, Biden will decide next month. He'll decide before the debate. He'll decide this weekend. He'll decide next hour. Each deadline would come and go, and the reporters weren't embarrassed. They just kept going. And then it was, he's going to run. He has to run. He's telling people he might run. You saw these reports everywhere, including on Fox News. And just when there was a kind of a consensus building up that Joe Biden was getting ready to jump into the presidential race, that he had one last race in him, that he was telling friends and allies that he was going to run, came the Democratic debate, and Hillary Clinton knocked it out of the park. And then you could see the punditry turn on a dime. Well, he can't run now. It's too late, Joe. You missed your moment. And at that point, it seemed like the pundits didn't want Biden to run or were convinced that he would not. And just when we were about to settle on that storyline, that memo, which was put out, leaked actually by Biden's close friend, former Delaware Senator Ted Koffman, said, wait, he might still get in this. And if he runs, he's going to run with heart. And so then, as Biden was testing the waters and talking to more and more Democrats, and there were even stories about he's interviewing people for possible campaign staff jobs, then the press was absolutely positively convinced it was just a matter of time. Joe was getting into it, maybe this week, maybe next month. Sometime Joe Biden was going to run. The tip-off for me, finally, was when the announcement came, not that long before the White House appearance, that the Vice President of the United States would be appearing with President Obama, because there's no way that Joe Biden walks out onto the lawn with the president tacitly endorsing him and says he's going to run. But the final thing that made this so interesting was that when after Biden read the first paragraph that said that his family had wrestled with it, but in fact he felt it was too late to mount a winning campaign, he then proceeded to give his announcement speech, except there was no announcement. And he's pretty good at this sort of thing. And so he used that precious airtime to make the case for why he would be a good candidate and his vision for America and all of that, except he kind of cut and pasted two speeches. The no speech was the first, 30 seconds, and the rest of it was the speech in which he said that, in which he talked about why he wanted to run, where the Biden passion came out. So now, finally, we can stop with the speculation unless Hillary Clinton gets into trouble again and it starts up again. Could Joe Biden jump in at the last minute to save the day?